Whether you're a lawyer, teacher, educator, whether you've got an MBA, whether you're managing a lot of people or just a few people, one of the key areas of leadership is the ability to delegate responsibly, to delegate effectively. I want to discuss this whole area of delegation because so many people where we have trained in the field of leadership simply are not able to delegate effectively. It takes three elements in order to delegate effectively. First, you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. We're not interested here in micromanaging and telling somebody to do every little step of the way. What we are interested in delegating, though, is to make sure that the people to whom you're delegating know what the issues are, they know what the barriers they're going to face are, they know what they're going to have to perform and what you want them to accomplish. And very often when you're delegating, it is so important to talk with the people to whom you're delegating and ask them their ideas for how to get a particular job done. The whole art of delegating starts with knowing who you're delegating to as well. So when it comes to knowing to whom to delegate, first you have to identify resources out there who can perform this work. And when you delegate, you're entrusting a very important task to, we expect, a very important person. So the second element is to delegate the right activities to the right people. You may find after you've delegated something to someone that they simply are unable or unwilling to perform it, that function, that role, or accomplish that activity successfully. And then you may have to take that project back from them and delegate it to someone else. The third key area of delegating is to understand that you can't really delegate responsibility, but you can delegate activity. Michael Gerber, in his book, The E-Myth, talks about this concept of delegating by abdication, or management by abdication. So if I hand a shoebox full of receipts to my CPA in 2004, and in 2010, the Internal Revenue Service comes up to me and says, "You haven't filed your tax returns for the last 6 years." I can't just say, well, that's my CPA's responsibility. I gave them the shoebox in 2004, and my CPA hasn't called me, so I just figured they got it done. So you can't delegate responsibility, and you can't really delegate authority. The buck stops with you. But what you can delegate is a system of thought, some approaches, and some ideas, so that you can look out in the world, you can look at people as resources, as contributors, and you can learn from those to whom you delegate. So I urge you, begin to look at the world as resources. When there are activities that you know should be done and you don't have time to do them, maybe you have the resources to pay others, and maybe sometimes you have to rely on volunteers. Either way, I always viewed employees as volunteers anyway, and I still do. So working with other people, delegating, always people will want to delegate things to you, and you may choose to do them or you may not. I think one of the greatest sins of delegating is either managing by abdication, which is ignoring those to whom you delegate, but the other opposite sin is to delegate by micromanaging and trying to stay on top of everything they do. I wish you the best success in delegating your activities and being able to accomplish those goals that are bigger than the kind of goals you can achieve by yourself. Thank you.